Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey, and welcome back to another Minecraft episode. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be doing something a little bit different than I've actually done in quite some time, but we're actually here in the Nether, and I want to do a little bit of finding out what is the best method in order to obtain Netherite. Now, we've definitely seen a few different varieties of this, and if there are more that you guys have seen and would like me to potentially test, by all means, leave a comment down below because I would like to see which way is honestly the best method for obtaining Netherite or ancient debris. That's what we're going to be specifically going after in this episode is how many ancient debris can we get per method. Now, I've seen 4 different methods used, and I do believe that I know which one will win. And I'm going to let you guys know up front which one I believe is going to win, so that way we can actually see if it's right or not. But I would like you guys to also leave a comment down below letting me know if you guys, which one you guys predict. Because, yeah. Anyway, we're going to take a look at my inventory just real quick. I'm going to go ahead and pick up my other pickaxe here. And in my inventory, we've got a whole bunch of shulker boxes of beds. We've got a full shulker box of diamond pickaxes, which is equivalent to these. We've got, 7 shulker boxes full of TNT. And then we've got 6 full shulker boxes of end crystals. So those are the 4 methods that I've seen. Now, we're going to be using beds to do explosions. We're going to be using TNT to do explosions. And we're going to be using end crystals all to be using explosions. That's going to clear out the most space as possible. But the last method that we're going to be trying is basically doing strip mining, and we're going to do every other. And actually, so it's going to be 1, and then you're going to skip 1, and then skip 1, and then do. So it's you're going to do a single mine, and I'll explain exactly what I'm doing in each way. Now, I am going to be doing this for an hour for each method. Each method, you guys. So I want to talk a little bit about just a couple of the different things going into this. Number 1 is, regardless of which method you guys actually go into, there is always going to be a little bit of prep work that's going to be involved with obtaining ancient debris. So if you guys are going to do beds, you're going to need some kind of wool farm, and you're going to need some kind of wood farm. That's that option. If you guys are going to be doing TNT, which is the only resource that's not renewable, and that's going to be the sand. And then you also have to get your gunpowder. And if you guys are going to be using end crystals, then you guys are going to have to get a whole bunch of glass, some gas tiers and eyes of ender in order to craft up these things. And then even if you guys use the good old pickaxe, which we're going to be doing for strip mining later, that still requires resources because you need to, enchant it to get the best, the best enchantments you possibly can out of this. So like efficiency and unbreaking, mending are really good options. And then obviously you guys are going to want to be fully prepared for this with like some kind of like fire protection and maybe even having some fire protection potions, which I might actually give myself. Now, all of this stuff was actually obtained in creative mode. I'll be completely honest with you guys because that wasn't the whole issue of the video, but I just wanted to go into like some of the things. But I do want to get myself some fire resistant potions. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to lay all this stuff down here at my ground base, which is just a little hole at level 15 in the Nether. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. You guys can see in the upper left-hand corner of the screen right here. It's at level 15. So that's supposedly the best level to find ancient debris. So, my prediction for this. My prediction is that TNT is going to be the winner. But it's also going to be it's the resource that's not renewable, which is going to be the sand portion of it. So, yeah, that's my prediction. So, like I said before, leave your prediction of which one's going to win down in the comments down below. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Yeah, we're going to start out, I think, with beds. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw everything else that's not a bed. I'm just going to actually go ahead and let's just chuck all this stuff out here in the corner for just real quick. So the very first method that I'm going to be using is going to be the beds. Like I said, I've got quite a few of them, and we're going to do this for an hour. Let the time lapse begin. Alright, so I just want to show you guys what we were able to accomplish in an hour of time using beds. Now, I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be like, wait a second, why did you choose the basalt delta region? Now, the reason that I actually chose this one is because that's a little bit stronger. Multiple beds in an area will actually do multiple damage, and I wanted to actually have something that was a little bit stronger because I wanted to just make it a little bit more of a challenge is ultimately what I wanted to do. But you guys are going to see that I lost my gold helmet in the process. And if we actually take a look at my armor after an hour of using beds is almost completely depleted, which is insane. So that is something that you guys are definitely going to have to keep in mind when you are doing this, is you guys are going to want to make sure that you guys are mending your armor as much as you possibly can. But we were able to find 29 pieces of ancient debris in an hour. Some of that was just from doing some of the strip mining, which that's how I started at the very beginning. And then I just started placing beds in random spots. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And we're going to be using end crystals for our next one. Now I just got to find where I put all my supplies. With the end crystals, and as you guys kind of saw, we didn't have as much luck as we did with the beds. However, this was a little bit more fun because you could just throw down, blow some TNT. Now, obviously, you guys saw, or not blow up the TNT, but blow up the end crystals with the bow and arrow, which was actually which was quite fun, if I do say so myself. Now, the practicality of this one is going to be probably a lot less than anything else that we're going to have on this list, just because you have to mine obsidian or you have to build a piglin trading farm in order to get the obsidian or crying obsidian, and then you have to get the end crystals on top of that. So you're probably looking at, getting a enderman farm, a blaze farm, and on top of that, even a gas farm to craft that many end crystals. So it's going to take a lot of effort to do the method that we actually did. However, we got 23 ancient debris, so it's not terrible in an hour. It's a little bit less, and honestly, some of this will actually come down to luck depending on where you're currently located in your world. Now, you might have one area that can give you guys an extremely amount. I could do this for another hour. I could probably get maybe, say, like 35. It's very possible that that might be the case. So unfortunately, this one's a little bit worse, and I think it's probably the least practical, and as far as like the resources go, it's just not as great in my opinion, but it is kind of a fun experience if you guys want to give it a try. So then we're going to go drop these back off at our main area that we have started everything. I'm going to drop everything else off that I need to. And we're going to go with the next one, which is going to be mining for an hour. That should be great fun for me for an hour. This one was really boring with mining the pickaxe. We only used 1.5 of the diamond pickaxes with efficiency 5 and unbreaking 3 and mending. So I was actually repairing my tools when I got to some of the quartz and stuff that you guys can kind of see over there. But this one wasn't actually that bad. We actually obtained 32 pieces, which actually gives us the most ancient debris found in one sitting so far. Now, this one is going to be really good for a few different people. Number one, it's going to require the least amount of resources because honestly, you're already going to have probably a very efficient and awesome diamond pickaxe going into finding ancient debris. Maybe even at this point, you've already have upgraded it to a netherite pickaxe. So that means you're going to be able to get more durability. It's going to be slightly quicker, and you're going to be able to plow through this stuff like absolutely crazy. Now, I was in the Soul Sand Valley, and I also ended up in the Delta biome, or the basalt deltas. And when you hit the Soul Sand Valley, you can fly through it, and it's going to be the same thing in the Nether Waste. You're just going to absolutely fly through it if you guys are just going to do strip mining. But anyway, let's go ahead and make our way back. Let's go ahead and put this 32 ancient debris into our chests, and that way we can actually start the next one, which is going to be some TNT. Now, the only thing that's going to be interesting about TNT is it does require you guys to do a lot of strip mining as well, but I'm going to do a brand new strip mine. I'm not going to use the ones that I currently have created, because I'd be cheating a little bit, but I'm going to create some brand new ones. And now these ones, I'm actually going to go about 10 apart from each other. 4 have been completed. Now, I'm just going to quickly go over a recap, and then I actually want to show you guys, and I'm sure you guys could probably figure out exactly what I was doing with the TNT. But I know a lot of people are probably going to say the TNT is very expensive and I used quite a bit, but honestly, guys, I only used 11 stacks. So this was completely full, and I brought all of this with me, and I thought I was going to use way more than I actually did, to be completely honest. So getting 11 stacks of TNT for an hour worth of ancient debris mining is really not that bad, especially if you have a mob farm and you've got a couple good efficiency 5 shovels that you guys can take to any of the deserts. Now, we were able to obtain 46 ancient debris by beating the next closest one by over 14. Now, the last one, which was just using and strip mining, we're going to basically put two in between, kind of like that, was we got how much was that? I'm trying to remember what it was. It was 32 ancient debris for just strip mining. That's really not bad, considering that you really don't need any resources. All you need is probably 3 good pickaxes, diamond pickaxes with unbreaking, mending, all the good stuff on it, and then you just go to town and just put in at least an hour. I mean, getting 32 ancient debris is going to probably set you up for a majority of the things that you guys could possibly want. However, I would highly recommend that you guys go the TNT route, just because you guys, honestly, you saw it. We got 46 debris in a very, very short amount of time. Actually, believe it or not, I didn't even go a full hour, as I spent some of my time at the very end trying to get back to the specific location. So, was TNT your number 1? It was definitely mine, and I had a good feeling that that was actually going to be the best way. Honestly, I am a little bit shocked that just strip mining we were able to find the second most. So if you guys don't want to put any time into getting gunpowder, any time digging up sand, then that is going to be the best opportunity for you guys. Now, third is definitely going to have to be beds, just because beds, honestly, you guys can make quite a few of them. Now, the only bad thing about beds is they are not stackable. You can only carry 27 per shulker box, which, honestly, you go through those quite fast. And we found 29. Personally, I think I would actually rather do strip mining than using the beds, because it just felt like it was a lot more waste of my time to put in. Plus, we did a lot of damage to ourselves. If you guys remember, we actually lost our gold helmet, and we also banged up our armor by half. So there was a good chance that you could have ultimately died in one of these explosions. Whereas the TNT, you can actually have a little bit more distance from everything, and you guys can actually do and honestly, I barely took any damage at all during my entire time doing any of the TNT. Now, the only thing that I will say is, if you guys are going to be in another waste or anywhere that zombified pigmen can spawn, if you set off TNT and it hits them, it will send an alert to all the zombified piglins, not pigmen, piglins in the area, and they will attack you just like the original pigments would do if you attacked one of them. So just keep that in mind if that is what's going on. So you're going to want to be able to at least tower up 2 so that none other ones can get to you, and then you just basically need to defend them off with either your bow or your sword. And then honestly, my least favorite, which I kind of knew is going to be, well, that was the end crystals. I think that they're kind of a waste, and we only found 23. They are the most expensive way of going after it, but if you want something that's unique and you want to show your friends that not very many people do it this way, then by all means do it. But we only got 23. We got literally half of what we did with our TNT. So, guys, was it worth it? Is it worth it? What's worth it? Is it not worth it? Which ones do you guys think that you're gonna try? Are you gonna try the crystals? Are you gonna try strip mining? Are you guys gonna try the TNT? Or are you guys going to try the beds? I would love to actually hear what you guys say about this study. I'm honestly, I had a good feeling going into it which one it was going to be the winner, and um, I believe that I was right. Though I am really shocked, like I was saying earlier, that strip mining finished in the second place. I'm completely shocked about that. But if you guys did enjoy the episode in any way, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it. And you guys stay gaming.